from a lighting designer to a lighting designer. The fact that we are competitors doesn't mean we can still we shouldn't share.
Yeah.
And then there is also linking parties and stakeholders from our client side or from the supply chain, which effectively are informing our specification documents and our deliverables. It's important to justify our presence, but also we shouldn't have so big egos. A lot of the discussion yesterday was around darkness and how sometimes lighting designers have to justify their services and therefore they want or need to apply more light. But darkness is equally important. We're not projecting ourselves through what we do.
Yeah.
We create ambiances, we try to generate feelings for other people to feel.
Exactly.
But it's not about leaving our imprint.
Welcome back to the Virtual Lighting Design Community Podcast, a global platform that empowers, inspires, educates, and connects the lighting design community. This podcast is brought to you by our premium supporters Aero Hospitality Lighting, Creative Lighting Asia, Urco, the Signify Lighting Academy, and Felix Lighting. Here's your regular dose of light inspiration. For anyone wanting a visual experience, please do check out our YouTube channel, where you will find the video version of this episode, as well as many other great interviews and presentations by our industry thought leaders. Our YouTube handle is @vld.community. And of course, it wouldn't be complete without mentioning our online platform where the magic happens. Join us and your fellow lighting enthusiasts, where you can gain access to the complete array of presentations, interviews, stories, ongoing conversations, a host of resources, and much more. So please do check that out and explore the community. Now, without further ado, let's head straight into the episode. Enjoy!
Hello everyone, welcome to another interview of the Virtual Light Design Community here in Dubai, in Light Middle East. So it's the last day today of the show and I'm really excited to be interviewing a fellow Greek lighting designer, Alexia Gkika from Buro Happold. Welcome, Alexia.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for being here and having this conversation.
Yeah.
I would like you to briefly introduce yourself to our audience. So just to say who you are, where you're based, and a little bit of what you do. And then we're gonna talk about your journey and some exciting things that have happened today. So please.
Well, hi everyone. I'm Alexia Gkika. I'm Associate Lighting Designer at Buro Happold in the London office. I've had 10 years of experience and I've been away from Greece for almost 12 years now. So a lot of things, very exciting things have happened in the meantime, and probably we'll share a few of these things today.
Fantastic. That's a great transition. Let's begin our conversation. Well, I have so many things to talk about with you right now, actually, because just now we had the announcement of the 40 under 40 winners of 2024 and or 2023. Yes, 2023. Correct me there. So 40 under 40 is a partner of the Virtual Light Design Community platform, and we decided to have here the announcements in Dubai with the judges, and we are very lucky to also have one of the winners. So we are improvising now because we had another big list of things to talk about, but we're going to get there as well. Alexia, congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks.
Amazing. You have done like an amazing path, journey, which we can briefly talk a little bit about, but then hopefully we can transform all of this to the Virtual Light Design Community platform.
Well, this is truly an honor. I mean, it's to be recognized and to feel that you're part of a global cohort, essentially. It took some time. I have been nominated before and I haven't won, but obviously I feel like this year was such a pivotal year in my career, and there was probably a little bit of a better reason for that to happen. But it's also an encouragement for people, even they...
That's an amazing advice, well done.
Even if they are not really achieving their goals in the beginning of their journey, they should keep on trying.
Keep trying.
Yeah.
I was about to ask you for advice to the younger designers. We will get there in a few questions, but you're already getting there, of saying, put yourself forward, try good hard work.
Stay interested.
Stay interested.
And try to find allies that are also passionate about what they're doing, so you can work together. Because as an individuals, we achieve so much less. It's only together that we can make a greater impact.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And actually, this really links us to the next question, which is your involvement at the show here at Light Middle East. You are a speaker. You came here as a speaker to talk about sustainability and circular economy, and you actually spoke on stage twice. So I would like you to briefly talk about your experience from the one panel and then the presentation, and kind of try to give us a little bit of some insights for the audience who weren't able to be here to listen to you. So tell us about the topic and a bit of your...
Okay. Yeah. So this was an amazing opportunity. Obviously, living in London and working a lot in the Middle East, it was such a key moment for me, I think, to come to the show, and even more so to be asked to speak about a topic that I'm really focusing in the past few years. I have been doing quite a bit of public speaking lately, but this one was a challenge, I have to say. The two different stages, the audience was very different. So one was more manufacturer focused, the other one was more designer focused. And the topics that I spoke about, I was privileged to be part of a panel that...
that was the first
That
talk.
was the first session, yes.
Yeah, panel.
That it was around circularity and how we are approaching this at the moment. Our company obviously has had global sustainability commitments that are transcending down now to each of the disciplines that are comprising Buro Happold. So it's important for us to analyze what are these practical steps and what are these questions that we have to go through as designers and change in our daily design process.
On all the projects that you are involved.
Exactly. So I wanted to share a little bit of our experience of how we got
and what
where
you are
we
doing it. So to, I believe, also encourage other lighting design practices.
Yeah, it just feels like at the moment we are all in that transition phase and we're all working towards that stage. So I'm opening up basically.
Exactly.
To an invitation.
And this is really connecting with what you said before about the collaboration, because how can we achieve the goals of the industry to go towards more a sustainable approach and really know what we are talking about, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like there's one part, it's a twofold. There's one part that from a lighting designer to a lighting designer, the fact that we are competitors doesn't mean we can still, we shouldn't share.
Yeah.
And then there is also linking parties and stakeholders from our client side or from the supply chain, which effectively are informing our specification documents and our deliverables. So
and really is helping all of us
interlinked.
and really the industry to grow and become stronger and more, not necessary, but like definitely have a seat on the table of all of those different big developments and projects, and knowing that you need a lighting designer to have in your team, right?
It's important to justify our presence, but also we shouldn't have so big egos in this.
Very good point.
So a lot of the discussion yesterday was around darkness and how sometimes lighting designers have to justify their services and therefore they want or need to apply more light. But darkness is equally important. But anyway, to rewind back.
I love that. No, but it's a very good thing that it didn't happen on other. It didn't come up as a topic in other previous interviews. So I really like the fact that you mention it about really what is the role, and like we should know that we are there to enhance the project, but not.
Yeah, I mean, we're not projecting ourselves through what we do.
Yeah.
We create ambiances, we try to generate feelings for other people to feel.
Exactly.
But it's not about leaving our imprint.
That's I think something that we should definitely go back maybe in a future discussion to talk even more, because I think it can really, from one perspective, we do need to talk about what the lighting designer role is, and we really need to try to make sure that all the architects and interior designers are aware of the collaboration and the value that you bring to a project as a designer. But at the same time, it's like the responsibility of where is this line, how much
Yeah.
you go. So I would love to keep this in mind for another discussion.
Absolutely.
But please, let's tell me more about also the other
So
experience.
the second presentation was around a very practical and a task that we did just before Christmas within the team. So we tried to develop a survey that was aimed towards all the manufacturers that we commonly use. And we sent it out. It was very much sustainability oriented, asking about business sustainability rating systems, but also product sustainability rating systems.
On their processes.
Exactly. And these are the ones, it's the product ones, TM65, EPDs, TM66, Declare, all of that. It's those ones that we really wanted to focus on because these are the ones that are affecting us when we are filtering and are deciding our specifications. So this presentation was essentially presenting a few statistical trends. I can't say they're conclusive results just yet
because you have
the survey is still ongoing.
Okay.
And we want to share obviously these first insights and hoping to basically share even the survey with other practices so they can do
the same, so you get more results and like a collective effort
again. Exactly, we have a collective effort, collective responsibility, and one database that we can all access without licensing or anything like that. So that's the ultimate goal. We are still a bit far away from that, but sharing the actual form it can be
the audience
easier.
Also, you mentioned before that you had different audiences because the one it was more from the into the design community and the other one was more the manufacturing product related. So that's also very interesting for a speaker. How do you use a different language maybe on how you approach?
That's an interesting point. I'm not sure if I'm experienced enough as a public speaker to make that shift just yet. But certainly there is certain mannerisms and certain phrases or certain topics that you know they're going to cling more to one audience than the other.
It's something that
but
you
I'm
already...
not sure if I'm doing this
It's okay. But you know, it's like maybe from this conversation you also get an idea for the next one. And actually that links perfectly with my next question is about virtual design community and how much you are aware of it, or did you find out here, like when we were talking?
You're being a good ambassador.
Okay.
So I had no idea, and I'm very glad that you explained a few more things to me.
Perfect. So we would love. That's where I'm taking this. I would like public to say that we would love you to be a speaker on the platform. What we are doing, we have like thought leaders from all around the world. Contributing to specific topics of their expertise. And it's like short or longer presentations that you are preparing and we are supporting you like to curate in high maximum level that we want to maintain in the platform. And I have many ideas of the topics that you can definitely talk about. So let's make this happen in 2024.
I'm absolutely open to this. As I said, this is one community, and in one way or another, we ought to share with each other knowledge or insights or failures or mistakes, all of that. And I think I'm doing that already through some of the work that I'm collaborating with UCL in London and doing the workshops there with the students, but it's also important to do this within our peers.
The community and the peers.
Amongst our peers.
So let's go back to the UCL, because also we have a very strong connection, the two of us, because many connections, because we both studied interior architecture in Athens years ago, and then you were at KTH doing the Master of Architectural Lighting Design, and then I wanted to apply, and then they told me, oh, there's a Greek lighting designer there, Alexia, connect, and we connected, and you supported me a lot, like to find what I'm gonna do, how I will apply, so I'm very thankful, and look where we are, like some years later, being able to talk like this and have this conversation. But the reason why I wanted to do this connection is about education in lighting. And you just mentioned that you are, tell us a little bit more about that. Are you teaching a course at UCL?
So for the past 3 years, I've been doing, I'm a workshop leader. So I do a workshop on lighting concept with the master students of each year. And every time I do it, I really go back to our years of studying, but also I'm realizing this purity and how much imagination and innovation and different insights that people that are don't have a lot of technical expertise.
Yeah.
They just
bring-
have fresh ideas in 4 hours that each group has to work through a lighting concept. And there is so many beautiful ideas resulting very diverse, which is obviously a testament and a reflection from the backgrounds of the people that are attending the course. And this is why it is so important to have international courses. Like when we went to Sweden,
Yeah.
there were so many nationalities
Yeah.
as well, and we got influenced by other
People, exactly.
ideas.
Visions and concepts, and we worked on groups. So
Exactly.
that's actually a beautiful connection, which, like, also through VLDC, we are trying to connect with students and also facilitate a platform where students can go and find information about lighting in, like, for example, the first season of the platform had topics in light and art, light and science, light and technology, the X factor of lighting, like lots of insightful presentations from people around the world under specific topics. So we try to create kind of like a library of knowledge that could be also used as a educational tool for universities. So,
yeah, and I'm sure between us we have a lot to learn from each other, and a lot of the times we cannot be in these kind of forums. So it's important to have an online platform to have all this material available.
I mean, just imagine like all of those series that we are doing, and we're really grateful to the Light Middle East show to allow us to have this stand here and be able to interview speakers and people from the industry and have those kind of like what is happening in Dubai right now for the audience that is not able to come this year. So this is what we're trying to facilitate.
I think you're doing a really good job, because actually I was asked by several of my network whether the show will be live streamed and the sessions will be live streamed, and they haven't. So I'm sure that you're giving a little bit of a pulse.
Insights and things what is happening, and this is what we're going to be try also later on when some of this content is available online, to really make connections and say, Alexia spoke about this, and go and find this topic, and really trying to create like a web, like a spider web of all of those different things connecting. So I think we have lots of things to talk about, and also try to create all of those connections with you inside the platform for the members of the platform.
Good, I'm looking
So
forward.
I'm really excited. I think you can see that. So Alexia, let's go to the next question which we are asking, which is like, what drives you? Like, what is the thing that really makes Alexia to wake up in the morning and go to work and create? And like, would you like to share like a bit of it's a more personal
It's a very
question.
tricky conversation to have, because obviously all of these tasks, waking up, getting ready, going to work, happens very automatic in our lives. But then how you feel when you just sit down and you have millions of emails, we know the reality, right? It's not always a pleasant
Absolutely,
day.
absolutely.
So I think what I go back to and what resonates a little bit with me is when I care about the project, and I care about what the lasting impact of the project will be. And I'm seeing eye to eye with the vision of our client or our collaborators, and I'm trying to put my own contribution towards achieving that. Not just for me, as I said before, it doesn't really matter what the size of the project is. If you want to deliver social value or sustainability, you can do it with any kind of scale of project. But you have to care.
But it's like you have to care. That's a great words, and also the purpose behind. It's like, it's not just. But the reason why we are asking this question, just to go one step back, is because, as you said, like all the jobs, it's like we are spending the majority of our time on our jobs and our professional like time throughout the day. So it's really nice to see from the feedback that we have received here that light is a medium that really the majority of the people taking it for granted. It's like, okay, I'm switching on and off the light and that's it. And they really not get the point of how light can really enhance your well-being, productivity, the good light, or the darkness, how it is affecting your circadian rhythm, your biological clock, all of this. So I feel from all those conversations that all of us, we feel the responsibility that we have, not towards only the industry, towards the whole
Yes,
world.
I don't want to see us. We are experts in what we do, but we are not alone, and we're not the only ones. So, even outside of the lighting industry, for a lot of the topics that are concerning us at the moment, we need to bring in parties that are external to what we do,
Multidisciplinary conversations,
and they have knowledge that we don't have, and technical expertise that we don't have.
Give us an example.
An example is dark skies, about light pollution. It's not only a lighting designer's topic, it's a topic with ecology teams and a topic with teams that are doing modeling of the sky pollution and the light pollution and the impact of our applied design to the final project.
What's final kind of like insight there? Like, what is your how would you like to see the future of lighting in collaboration with all of those different experts? Like, how could we, in your mind, in big projects that you are involved with Buro Happold and all of your experience, how would you vision these collaborative relationships to grow?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's clear. I mean, I'm just...
From my experience so far, and this is something that I'm taking mostly from smaller projects and trying to apply to bigger projects, is bring the user in and learn from the user, because we do design for other people, and if we really want to have this co-design approach in the early stages, you have to invest some time and you have to
really
be allowed by your client to have that time to do engagement with users, with communities.
Yeah.
I think this is quite important.
The research part.
And it's not just the research, it's just collecting ideas of what people feel good with. That's of what they envision that space to be. So it is quite important, I think, in different projects to apply that. And then also, as you say, as we discussed, bring people that have different knowledge and make them your allies. It takes more time, it takes a few more emails, but
it's totally worth it.
The impact is significant.
Yeah. I think that's a great way to sum everything up, and also really connected with your role here at the Light Middle East. So talking about the sustainability part, which is super, super important, and we need to educate ourselves more and really understand what we are
and be educated by our users, by our parties that we collaborate.
Yes.
It's a two-way conversation.
As a last takeaway of this whole show, because today is also the last day, what would be your latest insight that you would like to share with the audience?
It has been a great experience. I think all the speakers had very open communication styles, and they shared honestly what they feel, where our job is going and where our profession is heading. And it's good to question yourself, and it's good to reflect sometimes, to go a few steps back and understand where you stand against yourself, where you think your path will be, and what we do in terms of the rest of the lighting industry, how are we position ourselves towards our clients, towards our collaborators, towards the users. Not everything revolves around the lighting designer, just to make it clear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you do need this step back. And even though I was a speaker, I tried to reflect and step back in a few of the topics, because a lot of them were applicable to what I've been doing in the past few years. But it's good to hear other people talk
about it. Yeah. So you felt that you got a lot of inspiration as well, and insights on things that have been in your mind throughout this.
I'm super grateful and very happy that I was given the opportunity to come to Dubai for this.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Alexia, thank you so much. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Welcome to the 40 Under 40 family. And we have lots of things to talk about for VLD and collaboration for the future.
Great.
But I feel that there were so many insights and things that you mentioned, which, I want to watch it again and take notes to really kind of, make it with bold capital letters for the whole industry to know. So
it was a great discussion.
Very valuable.
Thank
so
you, Katia.
Thank you. And I'm sure we will do many more of that. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. We are closing up. Today is the last day, and that was one of the last interviews that we are doing with Alexia. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
And see you in the next one. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this episode and you've gained some insight or inspiration that you can take away or perhaps apply. If you enjoyed this episode, it is always appreciated if you could take a moment to share the podcast with your peers and friends or leave a review on your favorite podcast app. Consider subscribing to the podcast and our YouTube channel to stay up to date with our latest content. Do check out our online platform as well at vld.community. If you would like more, why not go back and listen to some of our previous episodes and hear more from our thought leaders. Thanks for listening, and we will be back with more great presentations or interviews very soon. Till next time.